We're doing like Joe Rogan. So did you know, like Joe Rogan he essentially does like a bit with the person beforehand, and then they just jump in and they're like,
Uh,
oh yeah. So okay, so for everyone, this is Reverend Stephanie Vader. She is my pastor. We were just talking about moments in life that where you made active decisions in order that shape you to whomever you are in the moment. So sorry.
no, it's all right. Thanks, Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just talking about a moment in when I graduated from high school, and I'm a very introverted person, so I get my energy from being alone. I love people, but I like to go recharge by myself. Um, and but in high school, I had not only was I introverted, I was really kind of struggling with anxiety. And so I didn't put myself out there. Like I was really purposely like I'm not going to put myself into situations that make me uncomfortable, which was a lot of situations in high school.
Yeah.
So, but I remember this moment when I was getting ready to graduate, saying to myself, realizing for myself that I was missing out on a lot because of this fear of being uncomfortable.
Wow.
And so saying to myself, self, being uncomfortable is okay, and you should stop missing out on these things. And so being like saying to myself, like, I'm going to move towards the things that make me uncomfortable as opposed to moving away.
Okay. So
Uh,
what
like,
are some of those positive impacts? That's pretty cool.
yeah, well, I think a piece, and so much of life, I think, is looking back and realizing these things. Like, I don't always realize stuff in the moment, but when I look back, I'm like, oh yeah, there it is. I think for me, I said that when I went to seminary, I didn't want to be ordained. And part of that was I'm a big introvert. How am I going to get up there and talk in front of people? How am I going to like keep talking to all these congregation people and
Yeah.
talk was just like, But I knew also that I loved people and I loved listening to people and hearing about how they make meaning. And so part of it was my fear about putting myself out there and being uncomfortable in that very public position of being a pastor.
Yeah.
And so for me, I think that how that moment played out of like, I'm going to move towards the discomfort as opposed to away from it was in one of those moments was like, okay, I also felt a very strong call to being a pastor, and that I really still feel to this day that I have gifts given to me by God to share. And so part of it was like, okay, yeah, you're going to be uncomfortable and that's okay. Like you're going to be uncomfortable. Oh, well, let's do it. Right.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about a weightlifting class before. Because I was in one of the conditioning is massive. And you're talking about, conditioning something so that you're more comfortable with uncomfortable situations. I had this theory growing up, and I practiced it even today, where I would go to the gym before everything. And I can't tell you how much I enjoyed 2 a.m. I enjoy 2 a.m. a lot. I'm a night person. I like being out at night. I love like the danger that comes with being at night. Not that there's any danger here, but that, people didn't go outdoors after 8 p.m., 60 years ago. That just wasn't a thing. So, but I like it. I think it's fun. But doing the hardest thing that you're possibly going to do early in the day, and then going off to doing the rest was such a positive for the first, 18 to 20 days. I began that routine where it became routine. So it's just, we are just, don't be uncomfortable, or be uncomfortable. It's okay. That's
right,
the message
exactly.
here.
Yeah. Right. You're going to survive.
Right. Thankfully, the sun comes up.
Uh-huh.
It's actually the sun coming up, I would argue, is the most reliable mechanism that humankind has ever faced. Is the sun will come up for sure every time. That's why the solar eclipses to me are so strange. I understand why people thought they were so cool. I was like, yeah,
really?
it's just an astronomical anomaly. Why are people freaking out about this? and it was the very last, not the one in 2017, but the one where
The recent one, yeah.
the recent one where it finally dawned on me. I was like, oh, this is a
You
moment.
went out and looked at it?
Well, my parents were in Texas. They went out to the totality,
Yeah.
and yeah, and my parents were, my dad is a hilarious sci-fi nerd, and he was like, yeah, it's so cool, we gotta go. And I'm like, I don't. But then I realized, oh, this is the thing that is the most consistent thing in all of humankind ever, and it disappears
for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
I happened to be that day here. I was at Georgetown Hospital visiting somebody, and
Yeah.
I had a pair of glasses, and I went out on the patio when it was happening. And what I loved was there's a bunch of people out there who didn't have the glasses. So I was lending my glasses to people.
hmm
And that was like the most beautiful thing, was to watch these folks put on the glasses, look up, and then this look of sheer amazement and
Yeah.
joy like move across their face. And I gave them to a whole bunch of people, and just anyway, I really loved that moment like that.
You want to talk about community? Yeah. Imagine if an alien showed up,
Mhm.
or some sort of extraterrestrial. What would we do? Like, I think all humankind would be like, all right. It would be like if we were capable of seeing something more than what the rainbow shows, right? Something more than Roy G. Biv. We would all be like, oh, there's a new color that we've never seen before, and we are currently in, it's currently inconceivable, right? But it would be so cool. Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool if we could see a new color one day? That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I have to think about that. If we saw an alien or a new color or something, how much would that freak our brains out? Like, how much would your brain change from that one brand new experience? Like, you're talking about evolution happening in that moment right there.
Right.
That's what I think about when you're preaching sometimes.
Do you?
I think about all sorts of things. Those take a breath moments are something I super cherish.
Yeah.
But then I often think about the political landscape at the time.
Yeah.
When it's usually when it's New Testament scripture, I think about the political landscape of
yes, for the New Testament.
Yeah, it's wild.
Say more. What are you thinking about when you think about the political landscape?
First, they don't, at least in Southern churches, they don't talk about it overtly. A lot of it is more about the
life application or something, right?
The spiritual part, and
however they define that. Yes,
correct.
Yeah.
It's miracles, but they don't speak about the political landscape and what was happening at the time. Like, for example, I'm a millennial. I grew up knowing that Rome, for most of us, is the first empire.
Yes. Okay.
It's the first, like, overt superpower.
Okay.
Right. They created roads. Right. They figured out how to grow and transport food across continents.
Yep.
That's kind of their thing. But when we're talking about early Christians hiding from Romans due to persecution, it's like, oh, these are the original bad guys.
I gotcha. Yeah.
Oh, and so yeah, I have to, the spiritual stuff. Was kind of baked in. You've got Christmas and you've got the parables and the miracles. And I for the most part, I knew Zacchaeus was a wee little man, but
the sycamore tree.
Yeah, that's right. But the political aspects is so wild, and I don't know that many people think about it. It often makes me think that, like, my generation, the millennial generation, rather than we have the capability of seeing things for what they are, rather than because I have a conversation about this or other things, and to me it's like, oh yeah, common sense dictates that this will happen. Like, our generation is going to, I'm jumping topics, but I personally believe, and this is a great podcast topic, I personally believe that there is currently a social argument happening between boomers and Gen X people. We are witnessing it in media, and we are witnessing it in business, and those two are currently fighting each other.
Okay.
And my evidence to support it is that the wealthiest people in the world are a byproduct of tech or are in tech.
Mm-hmm.
They are not boomer people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the messaging, but the messaging that's coming from the news media is very obviously boomer people.
I see.
To me.
Yeah, sure.
Where it's intentionally divisive.
Oh.
For me, I think that they're all on the same side, and that same side is either power or money.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole like boomer culture in a nutshell for me. I like to generalize though, so understand 70-60%. That's what I'm sort of leaning toward.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my it's if you're getting duped by this, then you're not seeing things for what they are, which is essentially, I like to say, old rich white men making money on divisiveness, which I don't like.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I stopped watching the news like 15 years ago just because I was like, you're both wrong, and you're also both yelling in an echo chamber, and you're both supporting the same goal, which is them making money. And I don't care. I'm not for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, do you have any thoughts on that? Because I know that's it's a wild topic to jump into, especially where we live politically.
Yeah. It's like, it's the air we breathe here, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I have any thoughts particularly about the generational stuff.
Okay.
I don't really spend much time thinking about that, so it's not. Yeah.
Well, my thing is it's a lot about parentage.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There's like the rules for living are much simpler when you have less things to help. Like I can ask AI right now to write me something, and it will more or less write me something based on how I speak. But 120 years ago, people couldn't read.
Right. Yeah.
So your rules for living are much simpler. It's really easy to just work harder.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy to work harder. There's a clearer avenue to working harder. There's a clearer expectation for what you'll receive at the end.
Okay.
That's not the case anymore. You can't just work harder, right? So for me, it's about parentage a lot of times, that parents are less and less and less informed. They're less and less capable, and they also are less brazen to making mistakes. They don't want to make those mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And it causes insecurity in their children and their progeny and in their offspring.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think, yeah.
I that's something I see and I experience.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how true it is,
yeah,
but it's definitely something that I see and experience from other people, where I'm like, oh, your parents are obviously too scared to screw up, so or they were too scared to screw up. I've kind of like come off Shakespeare forever, because
the writer Shakespeare.
Yeah. Because there's the common trope in Shakespeare for me is that all of the drama or comedy is based on mommy and daddy issues, and I'm like, this resonates with so many people for the worst way, and I just don't want to talk about it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have different stories, better stories than these. And better is the wrong word. But let's tell better stories. Let's tell different stories. So I don't know. That's a lot. So sorry.
It's okay. I wonder if some of what I feel like I hear you talking about is part of what happens as we mature and we become adults and take on the responsibilities of adulting, is that that we recognize that there were absolutely things that our parents didn't or wouldn't, I would say, weren't able to give us because they just weren't able to give it to us,
Yeah.
that we need to learn as adults.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's part of what.
That's for sure part of it.
To me, that ties in with the forgiveness piece of Christianity, just to come back to, is for that, our parents are human, and which is a beautiful thing and a really, really hard thing. And they cannot give us all the things we might need as we move into adulthood. And so we pick up that task. Like, I think of it as we parent ourselves, and we look for the skills we need and we develop them, and we do that because other people help us. But I think it doesn't serve us well to simply get stuck, because I think what I'm hearing you say is some people can get really stuck in, like, I'm just a victim of my parents' failure or whatever that is.
Oh, for sure.
That does not help us at all in terms of moving forward.
Yeah, I agree. Community is important, and acceptance for where you are and what you're doing is part of that whole, what I would call, grief. One of the reasons I joined the church, I'll be honest with you, is I was feeling a little lost. I don't think people join church for many other reasons.
No, they're looking for something.
Community, whatever. Yeah, something. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
And part of that too was like, okay, I'm missing something. I went and finally got diagnosed for ADHD when I was in my mid 30s, because I got to a point as an employee where I was like, okay,
something's getting in the way.
I'm doing a lot here for discipline that other people aren't doing. I must be missing something. And this may speak to our current culture. This may also speak to the experiences I've had, but I that doctor was ready to prescribe me medication after 2 stories. After 2.
How do you feel about that?
I don't like taking medication. I don't like taking ibuprofen. I don't like taking anything. I don't like it. But I had known, that's the wrong word. I had thought for years.
Yeah.
I had reactions to things where I was like, oh, this is not the same as other people.
Right.
There's obviously something going on here, and I thought I could just discipline my way into success. Like, I wish that I sort of taught, and then But there's pros.
That's a good, I just want to affirm that that's a good strategy. It's a good skill, but it does have a limit, right?
Well, we talked for sure.
You hit the limit. Like, oh wait, I can't do this.
It was like borderline. I'm going to, if I do any more discipline type adjustments, it would be borderline. This isn't worth doing. None of this is worth doing. I'm going to quit everything and move out into the country and not do anything. I was right there.
Right.
Because I was like, why am I keep making these decisions? What is happening? Regardless.
Yeah.
And then, but in the story of life, it's not often like, this happened and this was a success. It's more like, this happened, but this happened. So, but this happened was I started taking medication.
Yeah.
And then day 1, I was like, this is wild. I feel different. Oh, right. Right away.
Wild, yeah.
And then day 2, I started getting resentful toward other people, because I was like, hold on. You people who I see as successful, who I view as successful.
Yeah.
My opinion of them immediately changed to, I'm just going to be frank. I was like, oh, you're a bunch of idiots. You're not any brighter than me. Wait, I've been doing all of this extra work just to try to keep up with you. And now I don't have to do that. You guys are like, don't let me run this world. It was bad. I was like, wow, these people are idiots. They're so stupid. How did they become so successful? I can't believe that they became this successful. It was so for 6 months I was pretty resentful. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was every day where I was like, "No, these people are so stupid. How do they not know? Like, this is obvious. What are we doing? Let's stop worrying about the obvious. Let's start worrying about the non-obvious. That's more important to me."
How
Anyway,
did you move out of that, or did you move out of that?
at the time,
Yeah.
the time, acceptance, right? Acceptance, big part of that whole journey of Christianity. So,
Yes, it is.
so I often find that my friends who don't practice a ton of Christianity, including me, they're not overly accepting of situations. And
What
so
do
I
you
think
that is? That's an interesting insight. Yeah.
it's I mean, it goes back to parentage, environment, growing up, all of that sort of thing. It goes back to victimhood.
Hmm.
I don't like the idea of celebrating being victim or
Hmm.
letting some people being. That's one thing that growing up in the South, so one of the this is for example, one of the things that you talk about, and I think it's important, is inclusion. And I've got a troubling past personally with that thought, and it has nothing to do with it has everything to do with theater, which is hilarious.
Okay.
But in high school or middle school or whatever, the arts. Have you ever seen October Sky?
No.
Oh gosh.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah.
Yes, I have, but it's been a
Yeah.
long time. So
Yeah.
yes.
So essentially, if you don't make it out of the town
Yeah.
through football
Right.
scholarship, you're going to the coal mine.
Yes. Right.
So
Got it.
in the South, that's a pretty standard thing.
Mhm.
If you're not really
That's your
smart
path,
or
right?
athletic, you're gonna lose. You're gonna end up working for the bank or the grocery store or whatever.
Yeah.
And that scared me growing up. I
Mhm.
didn't want anything to do with that. And I still resent my hometown. Like, still,
Mhm.
I don't want to go back there. But when I was in high school, like, I didn't know that you could go and be a professional actor. I didn't know that was a thing you could just go do. So I
Uh-huh.
took theater 5-6 times because it was an easy A and I enjoyed the process, right?
Right.
And then I got into theater after college, and even in college, and I started realizing that like that area was subject to the same mindset that I had, which is this isn't a real thing. Theater's not real. Go get a real job.
It was like this thing you did as a hobby. Is that
It
what
was
you mean?
more like
It's not
it was more like the thing you did when you didn't fit in anywhere else.
got it.
And so I call it an LCD, lowest common denominator task. Like, you don't fit anywhere here, so come do this thing. And
Yeah.
the benefit of that is it's inclusive.
Right.
The, the negative of that is you feel like you could just show up.
I see. Right. It's not taken seriously because Uh-huh.
And where I was like, oh, I can take this discipline that I gained from these other
Right.
outlets and apply it to this and get really good at this.
Mhm.
So I took the time and did it. And then anyway, so I don't like inclusion that where some people are bring something to the table, whatever it is, whatever energy that you can possibly share. Like, we're saying you can show up.
Right.
For sure. Everyone show up.
Mhm.
But and we're going to be mindful of it, but bring something, whatever it is. Don't just show up and think that you're going to be included just because you're there. Like, be a part of it. We want you to be, so be a part of it. Go ahead.
It strikes me as sometimes I think about in the church. This is what I do all day, right?
No, hit it.
Through a church is not treating the community like you're just a consumer. What I mean by that is, and I think that the structure of our economy here in the United States, we're like, oh, we're basically like consumer, like that's our whole advertising industry is like, you pay this amount and you get this thing. And so it's kind of programs us, and I see this in myself to, well, what am I getting out of this? What are you going to give me? Why should I bother showing up? As opposed to for me, the way that a community works, and this could be a church community, but it could be any community, like any community, I have to actually show up and bring something and offer it because I am the community. We all are the community. So if I'm only showing up and thinking like, well, what are you going to give me? Why should I bother with this thing? It's going to fail. Right.
Yeah.
So
Yes. So that is going back to what we were talking about before. That is the primary reason. That is the number one reason why I kept going back, because it said inclusion outside, and I was like, okay.
Oh, you had to like, oh, do I want to do this?
Yeah. Do I want to take a step in here? And then
I'm fixing my power cord. Sorry.
You're doing great. No, you're doing great.
Listening.
Yeah, and then you go out. But I went in and I was like, oh, this choir can sing.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a joke. Or, this messaging is right. And these people are a part of this community where they support the church, and they're not just the standard church wife, the standard church husband. These are actually just regular people who are using this as an outlet, as much as a hobby, as a passion.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was like, oh, okay, that's something I can cling to. And I'm also not being judged for who I am, which is also really cool. So the inclusion works both ways.
Right. Yeah. Because everybody wants to belong.
Right.
To feel like they belong. Yeah.
Right. But once again, it's like the expectation is like, we're going to bring quality.
Yeah.
And so bring your quality. And I'm not talking about quality in terms of, oh, these are nice jeans. I'm talking about quality in terms of what makes you you.
Yeah. Right. And that's a beautiful thing, because it's also like, it's recognizing that everybody has something to give. Like everybody. So give it. Let's do it. Right.
Let's do it. Because there's something really cool about, there's something really cool about humans coming together to create something.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about earlier, like, I can often tell when someone wasn't a starter playing football in high school. Like a man, I can tell. I'm like, okay, you're not one of us. And I went to like a smaller high school. We had like 1,000 total students compared to some of the schools out here that have, or the ones in Texas that are massive.
Yeah.
But even then, there's something that I went through that one of those football players in Texas, that everyone, there's a language,
you recognize a fellow.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. It's just something, because I view you, as well as like stand-up comedians, as expert communicators. You sit around thinking about communicating, not sit around. It's part of your occupation.
Yes.
Part of your passion.
Sure.
Do you actively notice when someone is code switching, or they're masking, or they're not masking? And if so, does that affect your communication?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know. I think we all do that. Maybe to a greater or lesser extent.
Well, for sure, we all do that. That's.
So first of all, I would say that just
for sure.
Can I ask you why you're wondering that? I'm just curious.
Yeah. So when I think about spirituality, when I think about God, when I think about that energy, to me, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
All the time.
Absolutely.
It is what is in between those moments where you're 100% focused on what is in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
It's in between that. So my personal belief is that God, this energy, this spiritual being, wants you to be in the moment all the time.
Yeah.
And then to spend the rest of your time preparing to be in the moment.
Yeah.
If you can't be in the moment, that's the journey.
Okay.
That's what they want. It's what drives humans. You want to be in the moment. I love singing on stage because I can't be anywhere else.
You're completely focused.
Right.
Yeah. Your
so
mind is like, yeah.
right. And so that energy in between is what is God to me. And I don't know if anyone's ever said that to you like that. I hope I'm the first, because that'd be really cool. So what I notice is, like, people who grew up on wrestling, they watch professional wrestling.
Mhm.
They can see the caricature of people
Oh,
as opposed to who they are normally.
sure.
And then, as someone who played video games, I can see grew up on wrestling, I can see the caricature of people, who they are normally.
Uh,
And then I can also see when they're being like their NPC, their non-playable character,
oh, okay. I got it.
if that makes sense. So that
Yeah,
when
yeah,
they're-
yeah, yeah.
My younger brother's hilarious. You know, I'll call him noise at work, and he'll have to like put me on mute and help someone, and it's like, oh, you're Furon. He's it's all scripted. You
Uh,
can tell he's using the same vocabulary, the
sure,
same
sure.
words, and it's awesome.
Absolutely.
So that's why I asked you, because I've been
Yes.
thinking about this, like, this personality shift that people go
Yeah.
through. If you can actively see, okay, they're living their best life right now, they're in their mode and their caricature or whatever.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would say I see it. I also see it in myself. I don't know that I
Really?
always catch it. Like I can tell. I'm like, oh wait, no, that's not. I'm showing up in this way. Um, and then that's a good moment to catch myself and say, why am I showing up in this way? Do I really want to show up in this way? What's the reason behind it? I think a lot about how code switching, using that language, is a protective thing for a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a strategy to survive. And like, I think about, people who have to do that because it's dangerous not to be a certain way. So it's really sad. Yeah.
I think, oh gosh, I don't even take it that far. I am curious to what you're talking about there. When I think about it, I think about like my former CEO, and she was like CEO all the time, and I didn't like it.
Got it. Okay. You never saw anything other than CEO.
Right. And I was like, are you normal? Are you just a regular person? By the way, incredibly professional, super
Sure.
kind, generous to me.
Yeah.
All the things. But it was always that professional wrestling persona.
Yeah.
And I asked around, I was like, guys, is this person, colleagues, is this person normal ever? They're like, what do you mean? And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
I see. You wanted to get beneath it, which is right, or not, but you wanted to see more of her. Who were you? You were curious.
I felt like I was being deceived.
Oh, you felt like you were being deceived. Okay.
And like intentionally. It was like, oh,
yeah.
why are we doing this?
I see what you're saying. Yes, and so what I would say is, yes, I think people do that. What I'm curious about, I try to stay curious about why they're doing that.
Yes. Okay. That's what I want to talk.
Try to be like, maybe they're doing that for a reason that it would be really good for me to understand, because then maybe if I understood the reason, I could help them not do it around me.
You don't want people to live their caricature around you? Oh, I guess I feel that. I feel you. I just had made a story about it. Jesus. Or sorry. Dang it.
What is it? I'm sorry.
Oh, I just gave you a story about like a time, all those times when I was like, oh, okay, can this person just be normal?
Yeah.
And I was like, why are you pushing for that? And I'm like, well, I'm pushing for it. So of course she would be pushing for it. You know what I mean?
Oh, you were surprised. You didn't understand. You were wondering.
Yeah. It's like, why
are you doing this? Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you doing this?
But what I'm saying is, yes, I hear that. And so I try to lean into being curious about that.
Yeah. Me too.
What's going on there? What are you like? Are you protecting something, or it's a woman, right? So, I mean, my go-to is that what your CEO is, a woman?
Yes.
Yeah. So my go-to is women do that because they need to protect themselves.
Right. And that's why I'm saying about it's like, oh, you're deceiving me. Like, you see me as a threat. Like I'm not a threat to you. I don't actually care.
Right.
But and I got to tell you, this is something that I've experienced. And I don't know that it's a thing that that people like me have experienced for years and years and years, and I understand and I empathize. But coming here and going into an office, and even the office when I was working in Asheville, being viewed as a threat by people really threw me off. Because I didn't get it. Like, I get it, but I'm also like, I'm clearly communicating to you that I'm a golden rule person. I want to treat you, and I want you to treat me exactly the same, and no more, and no, I don't expect anything from you. But I'm not a threat to you, so you don't have to be rude to me. Like, we're, but it immediately, like, just about all the people that I was working with at one point or another, unless they were like white men, viewed me in some sort of threatening way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that sucks.
Yeah, I hear that. I see, and so I don't have that experience. So I hear it.
Sure.
I affirm it for you. That does sound like it would really suck.
I appreciate the empathy, like, but it was one of those. It was the last day that I was there. When I walked out the door, I was like, oh, thank God, I don't have to deal with being,
right.
The moment I have a dissenting opinion about anything, I'm immediately the aggressor, and it's like, no, I just think something different. I don't care.
Yeah, right.
Like, whatever.
And that was different for you growing up, you said, like, you didn't feel that way in the South.
Oh, good question.
Yeah,
I definitely notice it less.
Okay.
I notice it a lot more here.
Yeah.
It's like almost a part. You're talking about like God as energy in between those moments when you're singularly focused.
Yeah.
It definitely, that thing was within those moments as well.
Yeah.
It still is in those moments. It's kind of weird to me. Go ahead.
I wonder how much of it is also driven by DC culture, like as a whole. I'm talking big generalities.
No, yeah, hit it.
Work culture, and I mean, if you think about politics, talk about like the art of putting a persona on, right? Talk about politicians are like master code switchers, right? I mean, that's how you get elected.
It's so annoying.
Literally, that's how you survive in politics. So it almost becomes the default. I mean, it has to, because otherwise you probably wouldn't make it. So
it's the most annoying thing about people. Because to me,
I'm sorry.
No, hit it.
It's part of the rise of somebody like, I mean, I'm going to bring up Donald Trump here. I think it's part of the rise of him is that he seems to be genuine to some people in the way in which he speaks, and they're
yeah. What I will say, going back to what I was talking about, for sure, not genuine. Well, I don't want to use the word genuine. I don't agree with him or his politics, how he speaks to people.
No.
But I do, I don't feel like I'm being deceived. And I think that's the difference is, I was like, oh, you're a jerk.
Right.
But you're always a jerk. So, okay, fine. Whatever. Like, I don't have to associate with you.
Yeah. No, I think people feel that too.
But on the other side, like the other way, it's like, oh, you're secretly a jerk and you're being nice in my face, and I don't like that.
Got it. I see what you mean.
Like, it's like, you're not a good enough actor to fool everybody. No, I value confidence and I value straightforwardness, but I also value someone who, if they're a jerk, just be a jerk. Just, I don't, like you said, I don't need your caricature. I mean, I've gotten in trouble on dates when I was like into my character, and then they didn't kind of follow along, and I'm like, are you not having fun? Like, what's happening here? This
Mhm.
is part of the scenario. What are we doing? But
Mm.
no, like I said, I think you're a phenomenal communicator. So I was like, oh, is this something that she and I can talk about?
I
Is
think
this like
so. Yeah.
these personality traits? I come home from the gym and do the same 5 things, and I'm in full NPC mode because every single time it's these same 5 things as a ritual over and over and over again, including taking a shower or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Do you do a lot of gym work? You're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I run a lot and I do outrigger paddling.
That's right.
Amazing. I'm going tonight.
That's exciting.
On the Anacostia, out of the Anacostia boathouse there's a whole group of folks and those people, I am just like a novice, literally. Some of them they are amazing athletes and I just love to be in their presence. They're also
Yeah.
lovely human beings and we have a good time.
Well, so was this like a? Did you discover this in a magazine, or like how did you discover this hobby?
No, I've always thought I would love crewing. Like so I definitely like for me, I was listening to you, Luke, really resonating with you talking about being mindful, like when you're working out, like feeling like you're in the moment,
Mhm.
because that's when it happens for me. Part of why I run is because like that's when I'm completely mindful, in part because I'm like just keep running, like I don't have time to think about anything else. So anyway, but so we moved to DC and I have always wanted to crew sculling, so
Mhm.
I was like, okay, I'm here, I'm like right by these rivers, there's people who go out and scull all the time, let's do this. So I go down there, I talk to the sculling people, and I see these outrigger canoes. So if you don't know, outrigger canoes it comes from Polynesian culture and they do a lot
Yes.
of it in Hawaii. Just so people know, it's these big long canoes with an anchor that sits out in the water, so it makes them more stable and they can go out in the ocean. So anyway, I see these canoes and these women are getting out of the boat, and I talk to them, and they told me. So one of the things I like to do is I'm not fast about running, but I can go. I can like keep going. I'm
Mhm.
really, really dogged. Like I'm very, very determined. I will not stop. If I'm going to run a marathon, I run the whole thing.
There it is. I liked
So,
it.
so anyways, and I was talking to them, what do you guys do? And they said they go out for like 90 minutes to 2 hours. And I was like, you're my people. So, so I signed up to go to novice night. I just started going, and it is a, it is a beautiful thing to be on a boat and all you're doing is paddling, right?
Mhm.
You're not chatting. I mean, the chatting's fine, but I am like, I want to be wholeheartedly doing something with a bunch of other people. And that's what they do in the boat. So,
I like that a lot. That's really cool. It is not for me, but it is really
yeah.
really cool.
So those are my two things right now: running at the gym and outrigger paddling.
Oh, you also sing in a choir too, right?
Yeah, I joined the Heritage Signature Chorale. Wow. And talk about another group of people that is very disciplined. And that is because their director is very disciplined. Yes.
Accountability is super important.
Mm-hmm.
Um, actually,
It's like almost
yeah,
4 hours of choir practice every Friday night. That's how long
that's
we practice.
that's amazing.
It's,
That's amazing. I'd be sleeping in on Saturday. There's no doubt. Like I'd be sleeping in on Saturday. That's wild. 4 hours? Is it close by, or you have to drive?
I drive to Chevy Chase. It's at a
Ugh.
church in Chevy Chase because there's about 60 to 80 people in the choir.
Okay. Did you have to pay to be part of this choir? Or did they invite you? Like, what was the deal?
I tried out um,
Oh,
to do an audition, but
nice.
you don't have to pay. Yeah, and we
That's really
do
cool.
mainly Black composers.
Awesome. Oh, we've talked about this. Yes, because I was like, before he passed away, I met Moses Hogan.
Oh, that's right. You told
Yeah,
me.
yeah. And
So, yeah.
I was very lucky to do some stuff in high school with him
Yeah,
and a few other Black composers. It was really cool. But that's, yeah, I love spirituals. Who doesn't love a good call and response? Like,
that's great.
it's great. And it's
And to
such a,
sing it. Yeah, I mean, we're sometimes often singing in 8 parts. Like each of the parts are dividing. And I mean, when you hit those moments, those they're sublime to me, where you're like, oh. you're like, we're doing it. We're doing this thing together.
Yeah, my favorite part is when you're to the point where everyone in a choir, because people know I sing too, everyone in the choir, you've got those 8 parts, and then you suddenly get like the alto 1 and the soprano 2 cross, and you can hear it. And you're to the point, you talk about, let's take care of let's make the obvious, let's take care of the non-obvious. When you get to the point where you're taking care of that kind of non-obvious thing, it's like, ooh, this is cool. This is really, really cool. I like this part. Yeah, choirs are great. It's super communal and spirituals. Like what a cool communal thing.
It is. It's been very, very grounding for me.
Sometimes
when I'm driving out there, I'm like, oh, it's Friday night. I don't want to go to choir practice. And then I get there and we start to sing, and I'm like, oh. Yeah.
That's so anti-introvert of you.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I am an extrovert.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently reading this book about a creature that is an introvert and self-deprecating. So it's a self-deprecating introvert, right? People don't like me, essentially. And it's fascinating because it's like, those people for sure like you. What are you, and it becomes what do they call unreliable narrator? It becomes an unreliable narrator situation in your own life. Like, my favorite thing someone told me, they said, be careful what you say to yourself. You're listening.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It's tough. What also is tough is that my dad, whenever he was teaching lessons growing up, he would talk in metaphor and simile. And so we had to have a heart-to-heart a couple of years ago where I was like, hey, forever, don't talk to me in metaphors. Like, I need an original thought here. I don't need a cliche.
How did he do with that? Must have been hard for him to shift. But
oh my gosh, he did not take that note. He still does.
He did not take that note. That's good.
He still does it.
Yeah, it's hard to change a lifetime of pattern of speech, right?
Well, and then, I immediately was thinking about his dad and that, yeah, he does that too. He does that too. It's easy, we talked about this earlier, that it's easy to, if you can make things from complicated to simple, then do it. And cliches, metaphors, and similes tend to be those things.
Right.
I don't have any favorites. And the moment that a writer told me never write with simile, cliche, or metaphor, I was like, oh, okay, I will never do this again. Thanks. And even now when I write, I'm like, oh, right, don't do this.
Avoid that. Yeah.
Because words are important.
They are.
Words are so important. You talk about this. I realized that I had to use a very specific vocabulary when I was working for a nonprofit. That was a nonprofit I was working for. That I had to be like thoughtful about the words I was using. Like, is it within your capacity to blah blah? And I'm like, I'm never going to use capacity in real life.
That felt to you like, what do you like, thought police, or just like, no, and maybe I'm exaggerating, but that you had to speak that way. It was irritating to you. Is that what you're saying?
I had, yeah. I mean, I had a supervisor who I didn't like working for, but I liked being around him. The Columbia graduate, super, super smart, pretty worldly, lives in New York now, moved up there recently, a younger man. He and I are about the same age, incredibly bright. And there was many times where we didn't have to have, he took it upon himself to have a conversation with me about, hey, you need to know who you are when you walk into a room to these people. That needs to be a part of your situation. And I started sort of adopting his language and how he spoke in meetings and whatnot. And I immediately got taken more seriously.
Interesting.
And then I started thinking about those interactions, and immediately was taken more seriously. And then I realized, okay, this isn't even me anymore. I'm just a drone. This is who they want in here. This isn't like they've hired, and I was like, okay. And that was kind of the beginning of the end. was when I got really, really, really good at that. And then I had done something there that should have garnered praise or compensation, and it didn't. And then I went above and beyond, improved the compensation. I went, the value. I went above and beyond, improved the value, and I was told that doesn't matter. And I was like, oh, so hold on. I became one of you people, and I overdid. And know it. Okay, I'm just gonna continue to take care of my employees and make sure they're set up to be successful, and I'm just kind of howdy. And then it caught up, and they were like, "We can't have you here anymore." It's like, okay, totally okay with that. I was relieved. It was a massive sense of relief, actually. I don't know how else to explain it to you.
Yeah. Sometimes when somebody else makes that hard decision for you, it's like, oh, phew. I don't know.
Well, I mean, day of it was better, but now I'm like, oh boy, life is hard without a parachute. Life is hard without a parachute, and plus, like we were talking about this before, thanks to government changes and specific people, there aren't a whole lot of jobs in Washington D.C. right now.
Yeah.
So it's been a little bit weird.
Yeah, I bet.
Well,
you've been in a struggling to find something. Yeah.
Well, I struggle with credentials.
Got it.
I struggle with
DC is a credential town, is it not?
Yes.
It is. Yes.
I struggle with, effort is valued less than.
Yeah.
Effort and performance is valued less than credential.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to communicate that. I can, if I got to a face-to-face situation, I could say I can communicate it. But when it comes to, I'm going to scan this sheet of paper.
Sure. Yeah. Because especially when people use those credentials or those degrees or whatever it is as we're kicking you out. We're not even going to talk to you if you don't have this. Right.
One of my most dating in DC is by far the hardest thing.
Really?
Oh yeah. I when I travel to other places, and I don't want to keep you much longer, I know we're a little over time, but when I've traveled to other places, I found a much different reception to my presence in those rooms than in DC. And I've got some thoughts about those. They're not exactly kind, but I did come from Asheville, which is a town where people move there to kind of not grow up.
Yeah.
To here, where people want to be, 55 years old at the age of 24.
Yeah. Interesting.
And so it was the diametric opposite for me.
That's interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, it's tough because the first two questions are, what do you do for a living and where do you go to school? And I went to school. It is the first two questions every time. And so unless you're a lawyer, doctor, engineer, you work for this company, or you're a consultant or whatever, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not even going to consider.
I'm not, it's a non-starter. Like I said, effort here isn't a thing.
Yeah.
No one cares. And so, and I say that those people who do have those credentials, they put in the effort to get them.
Sure. Yeah. You're not. Yeah.
For the most part, I'm not disparaging them.
Yeah.
But it's just the social, the original social network that is DC. I still am bad at networking. I don't even know how to do it.
I don't either.
What?
I don't either. Yeah.
Really?
No. I mean, I want when you, and it's that word networking. So I mean, that's some of why I'm reacting to that is how I define it when I hear that word, right? I hear like LinkedIn and blah, blah, blah. And I scratch your back and you scratch mine, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm pretty good at making connections with people. It's the word networking. That's what I'm reacting to. So yeah.
My and this may be like a me thing, but I react the same way to the word networking, by the way. I'm like, I don't even know how to do, like, what do we, if you need something, just ask me.
Let's talk.
Right? One of the things that I constantly have conflict with people about is they'll like indiscriminately help me with something.
Oh, they don't ask you, do you want help? Is that what you mean?
Ooh.
No. Okay.
They don't do that.
Yeah.
But talking about the golden rule here again, for me, it's like, hey, I would like to help you. How can you help me help you?
I see.
So, because like, I think even for you, if I said, hey, Reverend Stephanie, is there anything coming up that you need help with?
Yeah.
Because I would like to help you. And if you can give me a task, I will complete it for you.
Sure.
Then rather than, is there anything I can help you with? You're like, no, no, I can handle everything. Or I can handle whatever it is I intend on handling, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But if it's, hey, I have some free time, I would like to help you. How can I help you help? You know, how can I, whatever.
Yeah. Specifically, as opposed to just some generic.
Right. Because, and it's like, okay, if you don't have anything now, let me know in the future. We're good. Because my mom will send me jobs, and it's beautiful that she does it, and I love my mother. But at no point has she said, hey, what can I do to get you in a position to be more successful? And I could give her that, but I'm not going to ask her to do anything.
Oh,
you see? Right.
Yeah.
Total man thing right there is I'm not going to ask for help. But if you say...
But if you reach out, that's fascinating.
Hey, I would like to help you.
Yeah. Do you think that's because men are told not to do that? I mean, are you enculturated not to?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a, a spit in the face, as it were, to say, oh, it's not only obvious that I need help, it's obvious that I need help because that person's helping me. Ugh. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah. Like they're looking down on me, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that, like I said, I think the most polite way is to say, hey,
absolutely,
I'm open to helping you.
Yeah.
How can I help you be more successful? And, I play video games. I think it's really cool. I play video games with my brothers and dad. Like, we also do some YouTube stuff, but my brothers and I do. But my brothers and dad play video games. And it's cool because it's kind of like playing cards or whatever, board games back in the day. A couple of nights a week we play video games and we have a good time. And my dad's hilarious because he doesn't have 30 years of video game playing like my brothers and I do. So but my younger brother's super good, and so he'll offer
tips.
He'll offer aggravated tips.
Yeah.
And aggravated tips is the best way I could say that. I'm so happy I came up with that. This is an aggravated tip, yelling at somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
But oftentimes I'm like, hey, afterward, not right now. Like, we can talk about it after the game. Like, let's.
That's aggravated tips. That's a good one. I'm gonna remember that.
Aggravated tips. How many times have you had a conversation with somebody where they provided you aggravated?
Totally. Unsolicited aggravated tips.
Unsolicited. I'm gonna write that down too. That's hilarious. Here's my unsolicited aggravated tip for you today. Pick up your shit.
Yeah. Why are you so annoyed with me? Followed up with, don't you see I'm trying to help you?
Unsolicited aggravated tips. That's so funny. No, but I think we're gonna have to cut it at this point, right? Mrs. Reverend Stephanie Vader, thank you so much. You can find her on Sundays at Capital Hallelujah Methodist Church.
Yep. 9 o'clock and 10:30. Although I preach at 10:30. So
wonderful communicator, thoughtful, engaging, super appreciate it. Everybody else, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please like and subscribe and share. But I think that'll be all for us. So until next time, later, taters.